Okay, so I'm just going to demonstrate the exercise where we're just going to try and work on getting a little bit of weight transfer and hip extension whilst trying to keep a good alignment on the standing leg. So this is how it looks from the front. So when you're doing this at home, if you're struggling still with balance and being able to keep the leg aligned, then you can have your hand on a wall or a chair, something to give you a little bit of extra help. So what you're going to do, first of all, so I'm doing it freestanding, but you would have the extra balance if you need it, and your goal is to work towards not needing the balance help. So you're going to stand to begin with, both legs. Now I quite like to just sit back a little bit so that I feel a little bit of activation through my glutes. But again, if at the moment, if that's quite difficult to manage, then you can just start off standing. But again, our goal is to get to the point where you can just sit a little bit back into your glutes. And then we're going to tap to the front. And what we want with the front is we don't want the leg to go too far forward. So I'm only going just beyond my centre of mass. So you can see it's only just beyond my other foot. And then we want to get a lot of movement behind. So we're getting a lot of extension through the glutes. So it kind of represents that pattern that when we're walking, this kind of driving motion. So it can help to have some little markers. So I'm going to put something in front of me here, and this kettlebell behind is probably going to go slightly out of shot. Okay. So here's the setup again. So we're going to go sit back into the glutes. You see the pelvic was quite neutral through the pelvis, torso's long. And now I'm going to step forward. So can you see me lift high, tap forwards, and then lift high, reach back. Glutes are what's doing the movement. I'm not bending my back. Reaching back, tap through, lift, extend. So each time that you reach back, you're going to really feel that glute fire up. And our goal is to stay really steady through the rest of the torso, so that this movement is achieved by squeezing through the bottom, and this movement forwards is just ahead of ourselves, so not super far. The big movement is to the back. Now on the other leg, throughout that motion, we want that leg to always be nice and straight. So if you find that leg's dropping in this way, or you're shifting over into your hip like this, then I want you to just start to try and turn that leg out a little bit so that it straightens up, and you'll find that the torso will straighten up on top of it. You'll feel this muscle right where you put your hand in your back pocket wind up and tighten up. That's the muscle called your glute medius, okay? Gluteus medius. So he's always working, and then you've got your step through pattern, okay? So we work on building that. Do the number of reps that you can do with good form. After 3 or 4, you might find that you start to go into this, fall into this bad pattern, and even when you try quite hard, you can't get out of it. That's your fatigue point. Don't push through it. Just make a note of how many reps you did that day. You move on to another exercise. You might come back and do a few more reps of that, so maybe 2 or 3 sets. But day by day, you're going to find that you can do more reps until you can easily just keep going like I'm doing now. Once we get to that point, we make it harder.